What's going on, guys? YFox1225 here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about One Tamriel. Bethesda announced this at E3, and what it is it's a new scaling and leveling system for the game that really frees up the game and makes it more like an Elder Scrolls game. It's going to take away the level requirements for zones, so now you can go in any zone at any level and it will scale to you. And it also takes away some of the alliance restrictions, so now each zone allows all 3 alliances in it except Cyrodiil, where those restrictions will still take place. But let's get into all the details and everything you have to know. It's going to be a bit of a shorter video, but this is pretty exciting and it's going to open the game up quite a bit, so I figured I'd make a quick video on it. So like I was saying, the level restrictions for zones are completely gone, so right when I spawn, I can go into any zone in the whole map, the whole world. I can just run across it and go to any zone I want, and the enemies will be level to me and so will the quests. Now the way it worked before is you spawned in and you had to go zone to zone because each zone had a certain level requirement, or not necessarily a requirement, but the monsters in that zone were a certain level, and if you went in under level you were going to get killed pretty fast. What this does, it really just frees open the game. In an Elder Scrolls game, we used to be able to just run in one direction and have quests and have fun things to do, but you couldn't do that in the Elder Scrolls Online. Even within a zone, the quests had different levels, so you couldn't even go to the opposite end of a zone because you were going to be under leveled. And this frees it up so much, makes it really an Elder Scrolls game where you can just run around and have the freedom to do what you want. You know, now even if I pick the Ebonheart Pact, which takes place in Skyrim, Blackmarsh, and Morrowind, I can run to Hammerfell and just start questing there if that's what I want to do. So like I said, overall it just gives you a lot more freedom and makes it more of an Elder Scrolls game. You can now also group with any player of any level and the monsters will still scale to you, so that's great because I have some friends that just started playing the game who are low level, and I'm level 50, you know, I was veteran rank 16, so in order to group with them I used to have to make an alt, but now I can just play with my main character, which is great. It's going to make the game a lot more social because naturally a lot more people are going to be in the zones, a lot of zones that used to be just like veteran rank zones that no one really ever quested. Now lots of people are going to be in them, and you can group with people from different alliances and any level, so you're always going to find people to play with. Speaking of alliances, the alliance restrictions are completely gone, so like I said, from the start of the game you can go to any zone, you don't have to do your faction zone first. And also now all factions are going to be in one zone, so there's only one version of Riften. All 3 alliances are going to be in there, where previously there was an All-Merry Dominion Riften, there was an Ebonheart Pact Riften, and there was a Daggerfall Covenant Riften. Now they're all combined, so like I said, a lot more people in the zones and there's going to be a lot more people to play with. PvP is not changing at all, the alliance restrictions will still be there, but that's pretty much the only place in the game where you cannot play with someone from another alliance. So even if your friend picked a different alliance at launch, you can now play with them. You can also play with people that you've never played with. When you think about it, 2/3 of the game you've never had a chance to play with 2/3 of the people that play the game, and now you can, which is a really cool thing. The only exception to all these rules is Cold Harbor, because you can't go there unless you travel to a player who's already there. You're going to have to progress through the main storyline in order to get there, just like at the launch of the game. That's pretty much it for the video. I just want to mention real quick that 7 million people have bought the game. They released that number at E3. That's really impressive, and the game is still growing, which is such an amazing thing. I love this game. I've loved it since launch, and it's good to see that people are really coming around and enjoying it too. But that's definitely not the end of our coverage for ESO or E3. Lots of cool things to cover, like the Skyrim remaster, a lot of other Bethesda games, and a lot of other cool stuff that I'm sure is going to be announced over the next couple days. So stay tuned and we'll of course be covering all of that. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you want to see more, maybe hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you next one.